Okay, guys. Hey, I am just going to hit it hard and fast today. All right. This is a fact-based timeline. What Project 2025 says without speculation. I will be reading it off my prompter because I can't remember all this stuff. So, this is all verifiable. I can give you links. I can give you all the information you need to verify all of this. Okay. It comes in stages. Stage 1 is called Day 1 Transformation. The mandate says, begin immediately upon return to power. Stated in Project 2025, dismantle the administrative state, fire tens of thousands of civil servants via Schedule F, appoint only loyalists to federal positions, reclaim full presidential control over DOJ, FBI, EPA, education, CDC, and others. Replace department missions with biblical values, pro-business priorities, or anti-woke agendas. Verifiable developments since 2024. Schedule F has been reactivated by executive order. Political loyalty screenings are underway at DOJ, Education, and HHS. Career scientists and election officials have been reassigned or fired. Heritage Foundation aligned staff are filling senior roles. The source is Project 2025, Mandate for Leadership, chapters on personnel, DOJ, education, and the EPA. Also, White House press briefings, AP, Washington Post coverage. Stage 2, removing agency independence. The mandate says all federal departments must serve at the pleasure of the president. Stated in Project 2025, DOJ independence eliminated. AG to follow White House direction. Eliminate federal watchdogs and inspector general. Take direct control of civil rights enforcements and prosecutions. Dismantle woke hiring, diversity, and inclusion policies across the government. Now, the verifiable developments in Stage 2, DOJ Inspector General's reports have been suppressed, diversity programs suspended across federal agencies. Trump-appointed AG has already issued new enforcement memos aligned with the mandate. The sources, Project 2025, DOJ, Executive Personnel and Civil Rights chapters, and also DOJ memos, leaked internal HR guidance, and credible news reports. Stage 3, control of public data and media. The mandate says, reclaim narrative control and defund independent voices. Stated in Project 2025, eliminate public access to certain environmental, justice, and health data. Defund or abolish NPR, PBS, and independent science agencies. Investigate and prosecute anti-American media. Reclassify journalists as foreign agents if critical of U.S. policy. Oof. Verifiable developments that have already happened. NOAA, DOJ, and CDC data portals removed or altered. Defunding of PBS and NPR included in first Trump budget. New FCC chair confirmed with Heritage Foundation ties. The source is Project 2025, chapters on media, science, and communication. Also, budget proposals, agency websites, and public records. Stage 4. This is getting harder and harder with every stage. Stage 4. Restructure election oversight. The mandate says, control how elections are conducted and monitored. Stated in Project 2025, eliminate independent federal election oversight, reassign election cybersecurity from CISA and DOJ, investigate election interference as a national security threat, rewrite voter registration rules through DOJ authority. Now, the verifiable developments have already come through, and we have CISA leadership removed or reassigned. DOJ launched a new election integrity task force under AG directive. Swing state election officials report increased federal scrutiny. Already. The sources: Project 2025, Election Law, DOJ, and Homeland Security chapters. Also sources: public CISA resignations, DOJ press releases, and news reports. Stage 5, legal emergency powers. The trump card. It's actually written out. I didn't say it. That's not my words. Mandate strongly implies legal justification for emergency rule, especially under wartime or national unrest. Stated in Project 2025, reaffirm President's right to invoke the Insurrection Act. Reduce barriers to declaring states of emergency. Use emergency powers to bypass Congress or the courts. Detain protesters and suppress uprisings using DHS or military tools. Verifiable developments. Military strikes on Iran are now active. Legal analysts warn Trump is laying the groundwork for invoking emergency powers. DHS issued broad domestic threat advisories. The source is Project 2025. Public Order and Safety and Homeland Security chapters. Also, sources: official DoD and DHS press releases, law review analysis, and just security. So there you have it, guys. That is an outline, a quick basic outline of what Project 2025 is about and what Trump's plans are. I do have other videos along these lines, like what to look for, like signals that he's about to do something else. If you're interested, I will absolutely make that video too for all of us, because this is no longer a drill. This is not a drill. This is serious. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I'm sorry I had to deliver that news. This whole thing made me absolutely sick last night when I was researching it. Elections scare the shit out of me. What's coming up for that? And he doesn't have a whole lot of time left to implement all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the elections are supposed to happen in 2026. And if he is really following this, or they are following this, I don't know who's running the country right now, to be honest. I believe it's the people who wrote this garbage. I think Trump is just a trinket that they throw out in front and keep everybody busy to look at while everybody else does this shit. It's I don't know what to do. It can't, this can't be real, but it is. And as long as we're educated and we know what's coming and we won't get caught off guard, we can prepare for things. It won't be so traumatic. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Like I said, I'm so sorry I had to deliver that bad news. But it's the truth. You have the sources, you know where it comes from, and it's all reliable information. This is not fake news. This is actually happening. And that makes me very sad. It does. It does. I'll get pissed off later, but right now I'm just too sad to be pissed off. And I hope he fails. I hope he fails miserably. How dare he? How dare they? How dare they? This is my country. This is America. How dare they? But I'm not putting up with this shit. I will be keeping a very close eye on their every move. And I will let you know if I see anything. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care and be good to yourselves. Bye.